You guys are stacked up on 2 Nintendo 3DSs, my brother's iPhone, and 10 N64 games because this is what's left of my tripod. Fuck. What's going on, y'all? The Brandon Brownson here with episode 33 of TBB Unscripted. It weirds me out that I've done 33 of these, holy crap. So this is actually a really exciting month for me for reasons that I will get into soon. But real quickly, I want to make an apology, and that's because this past week, I totally didn't do any Let's Plays. For those of you who don't know, which I'm assuming is a lot of you because of how few views my Let's Play channel gets, with the exception of now 2 weeks, every week this year, thus far, I have had 5 Let's Play videos going up a week. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I have put up a video on my Let's Play channel, and I didn't do it this week, and I don't really have a super good excuse for it other than I was busy, and I apologize for that. Honestly, I've been really super busy. Weekends are when I caught up on editing, and I have not been able to do that because I have been very busy on the weekend, but I'm trying to make sure that I get like 2 weeks worth of Let's Plays edited, uploaded, and scheduled over the next couple of days, since I finally have a weekend to myself. Now, a lot of you might be wondering why I've been so busy. Is it because of YouTube stuff? Not really. Is it because of music stuff? I am working on a few projects right now, but no, it is because I actually work for a wrestling company now. I'm finally comfortable enough to talk about it. I feel like my position is pretty set in stone. As where before I was kind of, I didn't really know if this was going to be a lasting gig, but now that it's looking like it is going to be one, I am the in-ring announcer for Michigan Wrestling Organization, and it has been one of the coolest experiences of my life. Basically what happened was they didn't know if they had, or they didn't have an in-ring announcer, they didn't know who they were going to use. And at the time, I was actually supposed to be auditioning for the role of the interviewer. I was supposed to interview people during the TV tapings, but I was at the Bunkhouse Brawl, which is one of the big shows for them of the year, and the owner, Jason, who is an incredible guy, asked me to do the tryout for in-ring announcements just because they needed someone. And I think it's safe to say that whatever he was expecting, I exceeded those expectations. And now I'm working with MWO, and it's amazing. I mean, first of all, it's incredible because this is one of my dreams come true. The first wrestling event I ever watched was the Sunday Night Heat before Backlash 2003. And ever since then, I've been hooked, and I've wanted to do something with wrestling. For a long time, I wanted to be a wrestler, but now, in my older age, with my body being the way it is, I realize that's something I can probably never do. But I still wanted to work in wrestling, and I'm doing that now, and that's fucking incredible. I'm living one of my childhood dreams, and it's made even better because the people who I work with are awesome. Working in the Michigan Wrestling Organization has been a dream come true. And it's especially cool because I came in on the road to the biggest show ever. For a really long time, MWO has ran TV studios and flea markets and bars and high school gymnasiums and the typical indie spots where you'd expect indie wrestling to be. We are 8 days away from our biggest show ever. We are going to be doing a show at the Birch Run Expo Center on April 12th. Bertrand Expo Center on April 12th. Now, for those of you who don't know Michigan, who don't really know the area, Bertrand Expo Center is a pretty big place, and it can hold quite a few people, and the fact that we're about to be doing a show there is absolutely fucking mind-blowing. It's awesome knowing that I am coming in right before the company's biggest show. And it's nerve-wracking because I'm supposed to be working that show. I'm supposed to be splitting the announce duties with another person. So that's fucking wow. I kind of lost my train of thought there just because I'm really nervous about this show. But yeah, working for MWO has been a dream come true, and while it does leave me a little busier, it's busy in a good way. It's busy doing something I love. It's busy doing something I'm passionate about, something I've wanted to do for years. So, Jason, if you're watching this, I don't see why you would, but if you're watching this, thank you. To the MWO roster, I fucking love you. To anyone who is in the Michigan area watching this, come to WrestleRama, April 12th at the Bertrand Expo Center. You can get more information at MWOonline.net. Please consider coming out, checking it out. It's the biggest show in the company's history, and we all want it to do well. I want it to do well. Yeah, come check it out. This is fucking awesome. Holy shit. Let's answer your questions. I've got quite a few questions from a lot of the regulars, so let's dig right into it. Anal Butt Monkeys, I laugh every time I read that name. Anal Butt Monkeys asks, would you rather rule in hell or follow in heaven? And he asks two questions, but this first one, rule in a place where I'm going to feel suffering and pain the entirety of my life, or follow in paradise. I do like being in control, so ruling hell sounds kind of dope, but it's hell. I'm not going to enjoy myself, so I'll go with fucking heaven. His second question is, when are we getting another very long late night live stream? Hopefully soon. With working at MWO, again, I've been busier. I've been doing a lot of babysitting, so I've been pretty busy. I've got a few music projects going on, so I've been kind of busy. But I am really hoping that I can do another Twitch stream very soon. I've had a lot of fun doing Twitch streams, and it's something I hope I can continue. Zim294 asks 10 questions. The first, what is the line between a joke and being offensive? As a comedian, that's something I have to constantly ask myself, and I think that there is no blanket answer for that. Different people will find different things offensive, so it's all about feeling out a crowd, feeling out a person, being able to tell as much as you can about this crowd or person in the initial few moments, and then start going for the punchlines. Some of them are gonna hit, some of them are gonna miss. You might accidentally offend some people. I'm moving this Powerade bottle out of the way because for some reason it's distracting me. Question number 2. What do you feel about The Amazing Atheist? Is he fun to watch? Well, first of all, as a person, I despise TJ. But as a content producer, he used to be really good. I used to enjoy him quite a bit. I discovered TJ 4 or 5 years ago when he was still doing a lot of videos on religion, doing videos on politics, stuff like that, but eventually it just went drastically downhill. He started doing fewer and fewer videos on religion and politics, and started doing more videos on pop culture and shit that I don't give a fuck about, which, you know, if it gets more views and he gets more money, good for him. I've done a few videos just to rake in a little extra cash, which I'm not proud of, but if you're gonna make YouTube your job, eventually you are going to have to do a few things just for the money. As much as it sucks to hear for a lot of the fans, if you want to survive on the internet, if you want to make this your job, you're gonna have to sell out every now and again. The big difference between TJ and a lot of other people I know who have on occasion sold out is that other people have stayed true to what made them popular. TJ just went full boner on pop culture and that kind of shit. So it might be different now, I don't know. I have not popped in on TJ's page in a really long time. I have no interest on it either, if we're being perfectly honest. But I used to enjoy him quite a bit, and then he sold out. I understand why he sold out, but I didn't like his content anymore. Question number 3, favorite documentary. This sucks because the only documentaries I can think of right now are wrestling documentaries. And I'm mildly embarrassed to admit that, because I know I've watched way more, but these are the... Nope, that's a lie. So, my favorite non-wrestling documentary right now is Nerdcore Rising, which is a part a history of nerdcore and part a documentary about MC from the Lot's first tour. I thoroughly enjoyed that. I love nerdcore hip-hop. I am a huge MC Frontalot fan, in large part because of this documentary. It showed me how much passion he has for what he does, and it got me to listen to him in a different way. Because at first I was really thrown off by how he raps, but after watching that documentary, I kind of really opened up to his style and grew to like it. My favorite wrestling documentary, Wrestling Road Diaries, the original one with Colt Cabana and Bryan Danielson, and God, I know there was at least 1 or 2 more names on there, but I cannot think of them. But I felt that that was a really solid documentary. It kind of showed what life on the road is like. It had its goofy moments, it had its heartfelt moments, and it chronicled the final Indy shows before Daniel Bryan went to WWE. So that was really cool. I really liked that documentary. Question number 4. Do you feel the death penalty is just? Yes, in certain situations. I understand that I'm going to get a lot of shit for that, but I, in certain situations, do support the death penalty. Now, admittedly, you better be 100,000% sure that someone is guilty before you fucking kill them, because there have been instances of people being killed that were innocent, and that's wrong. However, I feel with the technology we have today, especially with DNA, those instances are fewer and fewer. As far as which instances I believe that the death penalty is just, if you are a rapist, especially a child rapist, you deserve to get killed. If you are a mass murderer or a serial killer, you deserve to be killed. Beyond that, I cannot think of an instance where the death penalty is right. I cannot think of an instance where the death penalty is just. Question number 5. Favorite animal buddy from anything such as Scooby-Doo? Do Pokemon count? Because Jolteon's awesome. If Pokemon doesn't count, I really do not. No, the pig from Gravity Falls. I cannot think of his name right now, but that pig is awesome. That and Perry the Platypus. The kid I babysit watches a lot of Disney, so I have Disney on the mind. Question number 6. Lamest magical power. The ability to rapidly grow your fingernails. Not even your fingernails, your toenails. If you had that as a magical power, you are the fucking lamest thing ever. Question number 7. Your favorite toy as a baby. So, it wasn't from when I was a baby, but when I was like 3 or 4 years old, I had this Han Solo blaster. A really authentic looking Han Solo blaster that made the sound effects and shit. And I loved that Han Solo blaster. And when I was a child, someone broke into mine and my mother's house and stole everything. And when I say everything, I mean these motherfuckers took the coat hangers, these motherfuckers took the paper towel, the toilet paper, the Kleenex, completely gutted our apartment. And that included my Han Solo blaster. And I have been looking for this particular Han Solo blaster for years, just because it was so cool, and it's one of the few things, like, probably the only toy I really remember from my childhood. Question number 8. Are thought crimes something someone should be judged upon? I mean, context is everything, and I shouldn't be throwing around blanket terms, but I'm gonna go ahead and say no. If I had $1 for every time I've thought to myself, I want to kill this motherfucker, I would be a very wealthy man. But obviously, I'm not going around killing motherfuckers that I'll admit to. But, you know, I've thought to myself, you know, I could steal that. I've thought to myself, you know, if I wanted to, I could run this motherfucker over. I've thought a lot of terrible, terrible things. But I've never acted out on them. And if you're not gonna act out on them, whatever. Number 9, Bible Man versus Doink the Clown. Doink the Clown, dog. Number 10, Blind Nazi Penguin versus a homophobic beached whale. What the fuck? That all depends on the mobility of the beached whale and what the Nazi penguin has to combat the whale with. So I need more context to accurately answer that question. Next up, we have Adam Shade, the Horizon, aka Duncan Batch, who made a new profile. What's up, Duncan? 3 questions. First of all, favorite system currently for gaming. PC Master Race. I do 90% of my gaming on PC. I'm also quite fond of both consoles that Nintendo has out right now, both the 3DS and the Wii U. I have been playing both of those quite a bit, and I really enjoy them. But PC Master Race. Archer or Swordsman? That all depends on the context of the battle. Sometimes you need to be a little stealthier. What way to be stealthier than to take a motherfucker out from a great distance? However, if it's all balls and brawn, all-out warfare, you can't go wrong with a swordsman, but the axe trumps all. And Duncan's final question is, how many times have you sneezed today? I actually don't know if I have sneezed today, which has been awesome because I've been sneezing quite a bit with the changing of the weather. Harry Clarkson comes with 10 questions. The first is, have you ever faced intense moments of constipation during road trips? Never during a road trip, and I am thankful for that. Number 2, favorite type of board game? Risk. I love Risk, and I'm upset that I don't really have people to play Risk with anymore. Question number 3, how many bucks would you put in a moccasin? I see what you did there. Clever. Number 4, how much of a Will Smith fan are you? As a rapper, Will Smith was awesome. As an actor, he's really hit and miss. Number 5, favorite educational topic, history, science, etc. I'm a huge history buff. For a number of years, I actually wanted to be a history teacher. Unfortunately, talking with some of my former teachers has shown me that that's a terrible idea, because Michigan is a terrible state if you want to be a teacher. But I love history. It's fucking awesome, and more people should be into history. Number 6, worst possible joke that you've ever heard from a well-known comedian. As far as worst, as in this sucks, Daniel Tosh in general. As far as worst, as in, oh my god, I cannot believe he just said that, that's fucking offensive. Look up, Louis C.K.'s worst joke ever. It's fucked up. Number 7, most hated fighter from a fighting game. Probably Phoenix Wright from this most recent, Marvel vs. Capcom. Solely because I thought that he was going to be the best fighter ever, because who the fuck would think to put him in a fighting game? But then I tried playing him, and it just pissed me off. I don't know what I was expecting. I really don't. Number 8, worst current professional wressler in the business currently. And I say this with a asterisk afterward and an explanation. The original Sin Cara. Now, it's not that Sin Cara was bad, he just did not understand the American style of professional wrestling. He was a Lucha Libre star. Lucha Libre is what he knew. but he fucking sucked trying to do the American style, and it's because he didn't know it. Number 9, are you into jazz and embellished music? I don't know what you mean by embellished music, but I'm a huge fan of jazz. Fucking Miles Davis is amazing, and I can listen to Blackbird 90 million times in a row and not get tired of it. Number 10, most interesting conversation you have ever experienced. I actually have a stand-up bit where I go through an interaction I had with a group of homophobes. I'm not gonna go through the entire thing in this video, but, let's just say that, the topic of penguin fucking came up as a way to say that homosexuality is wrong. And that was just a really weird experience. Also, Harry Clarkston does mention a few topics he'd like to see in a new season of You Know It Pisses Me Off. I'm working on it. I promise I'm not going to give a due date. I'm not going to give an expected date for You Know It Pisses Me Off to come back. Because I'm trying to figure out a few things with it. But I am trying to get back and film some more, You Know It Pisses Me Off, I promise you. Joe Menables is next. Apparently, Joe Menables and I are friends on Facebook, talked on there a few times. I've also invited you to troll my friends on my Google Plus. I remember you. I have you added on my old Facebook. I don't think I have you added on my new Facebook. It's the same name, just I had to get a different Facebook because it's been like 5 months and I cannot log into my old one for some reason. So I know who you are. First question is, when's the next Theory Addict? I don't know, to be perfectly honest with you. I have a list of topics I could do, and I want to do them. However, again, it's a matter of time. It's a matter of finding the fucking time to do them, because those take a decent amount of time. I'm going to hopefully have one out soon, though. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. Question number 2. What is your opinion on AJ Lee retiring? It's funny because I think that earlier someone posted a question about AJ Lee and my opinions of her, so it's really funny that you mentioned her. I'm bummed out about it. I'm pretty sure I can understand why she decided to leave, but I'm really upset because AJ Lee was one of the few good women's wrestlers in the WWE. She wasn't just a pretty girl who's there because she's pretty. I'm bummed to see her go, and I hope that she moves on to greener pastures and enjoys her life and has fun doing whatever she does next. AJ is gone. Who is the new queen of the Divas division? Right now, Paige. Hands down. Solely because I don't think that they'll ever really get behind Natalya, which upsets me because Maddie Neidhart is amazing. But right now, Paige. In the very near future, though, I'm liking the way Charlotte looks. I'm liking the way Sasha Banks looks. They're both really good, and I have a feeling that they are going to be the next Trish and Lita. Next question, in that case, who is the king of the guys division? I feel weird calling it the guys division, but I know what you mean. Daniel Bryan. He has been a favorite of mine for a really long time. It might be kind of a typical answer to give because of how many people are obsessed with Daniel Bryan now, but I have been a Bryan Danielson fan for a very, very, very long time, and I still think that he's one of the best. Are you into juggling? Yes. Are you into titties? Yes, I'm into them so much that I have a pair. Are you into juggling titty? Oh, this changes everything. That's it. I need to quit my job. Fucking juggling titties. Juggling titties, goddamn. Juggling fucking titties. And last, we have Blue Rose, who asks, holy shit, 24 questions. By the way, Mr. Squibbles, you didn't leave a question this month. What the fuck? But the first thing that Blue Rose says is that talking snake would be more interesting than tacos, I think. See what I did there? I do. That's a joke from the last episode. Haha! Number 2, favorite alcoholic beverage. Try to be specific. You cannot go wrong with a shot of Fireball whiskey. Obviously, it's whiskey, but it's infused with cinnamon, so it gives it a little more flavor and also increases the burn significantly. If I'm going to drink, I am drinking to be drunk, and I like to feel it working. Question number 3, favorite non-alcoholic drink. I'm going to break this into 3 categories: healthy, soda, and energy drink. My favorite type of soda is, for a long time, it was Mountain Dew or Mountain Dew Code Red. But I'm starting to develop quite the appreciation for 7-Up. And if you count it as a soda, I'm also a huge fan of Werner's Ginger Ale. I think after drinking Mountain Dew for as long as I have, I'm just kind of burned out on Mountain Dew. Like, I'll still drink it if it's around the house, but I prefer Ginger Ale and 7-Up right now. That's just kind of the phase I'm going through. Healthy, there was this one type of orange juice, or not orange, apple juice that had vanilla in it, so it was like apple pie juice, and it was amazing. I cannot find it for the life of me. It might be a seasonal thing, but that was incredible. And my favorite kind of energy drink is a regular-ass Monster, the green can, well, the black and green can. The Monster import is a really close second. Number 4, favorite kind of chocolate. It's really hard to go up against Hershey's. Dove is amazing, but Hershey's just kind of takes me back to an easier time. Number 5, where the hell is the eyeliner? The eyeliner is still in my bag. I still need to figure out how to apply it properly, because anytime I try and do it, it looks abysmal. I also need to figure out how to properly sharpen it, because anytime I've tried, it's looked terrible, and I've had to go to my sister's to do it. Number 6, could you explain a Mary Sue? A perfect character with no personality other than the fact they are perfect. They might also have a tragic backstory, because why the fuck not? Number 7, do you think Mary Sues are extremely common, or just people being angry shits? I have had to fucking read through so many fan fictions that I've had to bail from because of Mary Sues. So yes, they are pretty common, and it pisses me off. Question number 8. Does racism exist? Now you have to explain this, blah ha ha. So here's the thing. You are trying to get me to talk about this in TBB Unscripted. However, if I'm going to talk about a topic like that, I am going to devote an entire video to it, which I will have to do sometime in the future. So joke's on you. Number 9. Am I still a bestie? Hella. Number 10. When we gonna see you scream? Number 11. Will you ever do a video on mental health? I've touched on the topic in a few previous videos as far as doing an entire video about that. I feel weird doing a video about it generally. I'd be open to doing a video about my mental health history, something like that. As far as doing a video about mental health as a whole, I really do not feel that I am qualified to talk about that. It's something that needs to be talked about. However, I don't feel that I am equipped to do it. Number 12, if you could ask Lavender Foxx to make you anything in plushie form, what would it be? Either Nightwing or Static Shock, because they are my favorite superheroes. Or a Jolteon, because Jolteon is awesome. Number 13, can Oswald make a guest appearance? Yes, he can! My little brother put duct tape on him and now it won't come off. It pisses me off. Number 14, do you think you should poke Mr. Squibbles' third nipple? I don't know if I should, but I'm fucking gonna. Number 15, did you put your dick in the mashed potatoes? Not this time. Number 16, can you come and make me a steak sometime? I believe I made you one the other night, but I will happily make you one again. Number 17, can I put it in your butt? Can you put it in my what? Can I put it in your butt? Can you put it in my what? Can I put it in your butt? Yes, I can. Thank you, ma'am. Bum. Number 18, will you massage my butt? I thought you would never, ever ask. Yes, I will. Number 19, who has the better butt, Sarah or I? Oh, that's a really, really difficult one. Here's the thing, a lot of times you wear, like, baggy pants, so I cannot look at the butt as much as I would need to make this comparison, as opposed to when I used to live with Sarah, where I saw her butt quite often. I have a much better point of reference with Sarah's butt, so I cannot really answer that question because I do not have enough experience with your butt. This is a place I never thought I would take TBB Unscripted before. I'm kind of blushing a little bit. Stop that. Number 20, I want to point out you probably forgot the amount of titties your friends tend to walk around topless. Oh wait, boobs? I do see quite a few boobs because of how comfortable a lot of my friends are with me, so it has become kind of difficult to keep track. Number 20, ass and titties, ass and titties? Ass and titties, ass and titties. Number 22, what is your favorite pastime? Pastime. I don't know if you mean like pastime as in like my favorite thing to do, or pastime as in like era before. So I am going to answer both of them. Pastime? I love video gaming. It's something I don't get to do as often as I'd like, so whenever I do get to sit down and really game, I really thoroughly enjoy it. Pastime? I have a thing for Victorian England. I thought that was pretty cool. Plus it lends itself to steampunk stuff, which is always fucking dope. Number 23, Melancholia. Again? You know, I don't want to put myself through that movie again. However, if the opportunity came up to sit down and do, like, a big Nostalgia Critic style review of it, I totally fucking do it, because I think that would be a really funny video, and I am a bit of a masochist sometimes. And the final question, you do know TSO has 2 or 3 non-Christmas albums, right? I've explained this to you in person before, but I'll talk about it again. I know that TSO has non-Christmas albums, but let me put it to you this way. You have an ex, and you and that ex had a song. Like, you know how some couples will be like, this is our song? You guys had a song. You and the ex break up, and now every time you hear that song, you think of the ex. It does not matter that the ex and the song are 2 completely different entities. You think of the ex when you hear this song. When I think of any TSO, or when I listen to any TSO, I think of Christmas. It does not matter if this particular TSO song has nothing to do with Christmas. I will associate it with Christmas. I will forever associate TSO with Christmas. And I consider it Christmas music even when it's not. So my points from last episode still stands. That about does it for this episode of TBB Unscripted. Down there, leave me questions for next month. This was a really good month, which I'm sure you can tell by how fucking long this video is. So be sure to fucking keep it up because I love answering your guys' questions. It's probably one of like my 5 favorite moments of every month. So other than that though, down there in the description, the crotch bar, the doobly-doo, whatever you want to call it, check out all those sexy links. If you want to help monetarily support the channel, you can go visit my donations page by going on my actual page, my actual YouTube page. You can pick up a t-shirt or like a mug, a blanket, a poster. I slap my logos on pretty much anything. Or you can download one of my albums. If you want to pay for it, I would appreciate it, but if not, I offer all of my music 100% for free. Be sure to check out IWE and MWO links down there Follow me on all the social media sites. Check out all the other sexy channels down there. But hey, most importantly, remember to like, comment, subscribe. The Brandon Brownson, signing out.